Welcome to the Fiscal Philosophy YouTube channel. This is a re-recording with new audio because, well, my settings in Canva somehow made it so I couldn't select my actual microphone and my laptop was picking up everything. Yikes. So, High Tide has been on a little bit of a tear lately. They're coming off some really big wins. One is, of course, the Remexian acquisition to enter the German market. That's been big. It was actually bigger than I personally expected as far as acquisitions go. And also, there has been some renewed talk of rescheduling to Schedule 3 in the United States, which, should that come through and allow them to enter that market, oh boy, would we see some fireworks then. But just with what they're already doing in Canada and what they've now got going on in Germany, there's plenty to chew on with this name. Remexian is a major player in Germany with 16% market share by weight. And on the back of this news, of course, the CEO, Raj Grover, went on a little bit of an online press tour with multiple different live streams and financial influencer podcasts and shows. And one of them was our own Cashflow Kings Live channel, where we recorded an interview on Friday. It went live on YouTube on Saturday, went live on Twitter today. It was a genuine honor and pleasure to talk to Mr. Grover about his business and to just get a feel for him as a person and as a CEO and businessman. He's very impressive in so many ways. I encourage you to watch that interview and any other interviews you can find, or any of his earnings calls, just to get a feel for who you're investing in. Now, just with what they've done in Canada, the 200 and some odd stores, they've achieved a pretty hefty revenue, which the growth has slowed a little bit lately. However, they do plan, just in Canada, to go from the 200 and some they have now to 300 and possibly beyond. So just with that, we could see 50% more revenue added. And then additionally, what they're going to add in Germany through this Remexian acquisition. Plus, if Germany ever goes recreational, they have twice the GDP of Canada. Wowza, that would be quite the avenue for growth. Then we talk rescheduling in the US and potential, possibility for Canna Cabanas in some states. That would be just amazing. So we can't just talk top line here. We got to look at the bottom line. Why did their top line growth slow? Well, they wanted to be able to show they could produce free cash flow. And part of the current business plan is to use this free cash flow for their organic store opening growth. An exception for growth funded with just free cash flow would be this Remexian acquisition. It was just a little bit too big to fund just with free cash flow. So there's a mix of cash on hand, a little bit of debt, and some shares that were used in making that acquisition deal happen. Pretty happy with the valuation that they came away with. Seems very favorable to High Tide existing shareholders. So hopefully it'll be accretive and everybody can win in that exchange. I believe while this free cash flow number may stay a little lumpy, that overall we can expect it to stay mostly in the positive most quarters and annually, and to explode later. I think my former talk about price, I thought, hey, this is a $4 to $5 stock that's trading at like $2, $2.50. So that's always kind of been my position on price. However, the game is now changing. I think $4 to $5 is actually kind of underselling the potential here. And hopefully we will see the market re-rate it to at least that, and the actual intrinsic value to $8, $9, maybe even $10 here in the near future. That's just my take on where this is going or could go. If you enjoyed this video, please ensure that you do the algo stuff, subscribe, like it, come to my Discord linked in the description, and catch me every Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern, Cashflow Kings Live. Follow Twitter at Mr. Macho Mog. Take it easy, everyone, and have a wonderful day.